Okay, guys, this is the weekly element reading for Earth signs. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And you will probably want to check your sun, moon, and rising for additional clarity and information. So, just to tune in, I'm going to use my Earth element spray that I've made. Um, you can use these to tune into that energy or to balance your own. So if you have like too much air going on, too much air energy, too many thoughts, maybe trying like the earth element would help ground that in a little bit. So for this week, I am wanting to use the Chakra Oracle deck. I really like this deck. So let's see what we have going on. Earth signs for September 8th through the 14th. Okay, got impatience, expansion, and guilt. So this transition that everyone's going through right now, and this Virgo season's really talking about the self-care. This card indicates like don't feel bad about taking care of you first. And this kind of transformation doesn't happen overnight. Like you didn't get in the situation that you are in overnight. So it's going to take longer to heal that, to get past it, and to move on. So let's see what else. I'll do 3 more, and then we'll do top, middle, and bottom. Throat chakra card. Prayer. Ask for what you want. If you want to expand into new and better horizons, make sure that you have like a clear picture of where you want to go, or at least holding on to the feeling in the center of your heart that will bring you more of what you do want. Confusion. It can feel confusing when you're so used to taking care of everybody else and then you have to stop and take care of you. I am going to look in the book for this one because I know there's a little bit more than what I can remember right now. But if you're always striving to be perfect, I mean, perfect doesn't really exist. There's imperfect perfection. Like, you're perfect just the way you are. So let's see what it says. Protection and inner conflict between wanting to look good and having compassion for others. Remain kind and unattached to an outcome. Being right and letting others know that you're right may not support the understanding that you desire. And this is a root chakra card. These cards have little affirmations with them, which can be really helpful. So it says, I have the same high standards for others, for myself, as I have for others. Are you being too hard on yourself and consequently on other people? Begin to look for what's right and good in your world and you will begin to see it. So that would also help with being impatient and wanting to expand and clearing out the confusion. That's right. Top, bottom, middle. Okay. So this right here, guilt, confusion, grief. This is sacral, this is all chakras, this is heart chakra. And I don't remember which reading it was now, but there was like a release card or rain or purification thing going on. And that is how we can kind of let these clouds of confusion go, condense them down, and then we can like experience that emotion and then let it go. And we got expansion, prayer, and discovery. So when you can really tune into yourself and breathe new life into a situation by knowing what you want, don't focus on what you don't want. We've already gone through enough in our lives at this point, I think, that we can now focus on what we do want, and that leads to this new discovery of self. Maybe you'll start having higher self communication, contact with guides. I mean, that's not for everyone, but it is a general reading. And this is about living your life for someone else. So, being impatient and thinking everything has to be perfect is probably not in your best interest at this point in time. So, maybe that has something to do with living up to parental expectations. You're like, oh man, I just don't feel like I'm getting where in my life right now. What am I doing wrong? That kind of thing. And that can hold us back in a lot of ways. So we got dissipating on the bottom. And this has to do with the energy of daydreaming and what's worth focusing on. Recognizing the difference between a daydream and a well thought out plan is key, as creativity must be freed from its cage. So that would help you with this impatient thing. So I'm going to use the Earth Magic Oracle again for Earth signs for the second week of September. All right, let's go Taurus. You might have some things that come to the surface, or something that you thought you dealt with is coming back a little more strongly, and it might keep you in these feelings. But what you need to do is rise above and then discover the blessing in the lesson and use that as a stepping stone, like I've been talking about. So there's more to something that is to be revealed to you. So let's do Virgo. Card for Virgo for the second week, September. Oh, too many. Nurturing. Okay, we just had that Virgo new moon, so that kind of ties in with everyone. Continue to do the self-care. Get outside. And this is probably more about you guys tapping into your higher awareness. The more you take care of you, the more you realize who's not helping you take care of you, who takes you away from that feeling of feeling good about yourself and feeling complete. So Capricorn, Sanctuary. You guys might want to retreat, go within, kind of hermit out a little bit this week, and really see what you need to restructure in your life that's going to help you progress forward into the next year. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's also a portal date this week, September 9th. It's 9/9. And there's just so much going on energetically behind the veil that we don't really see. So getting more in touch with your physical body, clearing out the physical body and your surroundings will help to kind of ease the confusion so you can communicate what you want to your guides. And they're like, be patient, it's coming. I keep hearing it didn't happen overnight, so it's going to take a little while. And the new card on the bottom is Vigilance. And I think this came up for Virgo last week. So as I was looking at this, I was like, well, the water has carved out these stones and it's made its path through. So traversing the emotional waters is not always an easy task, but water tends to carve away at the earth and it creates new pathways for water to flow. It's new ways to express like emotion because water is emotion. So maybe that's a trend that's going on here for the earth signs. Finding new and creative ways to structure what you want to happen. So using that creative energy in a positive way. Okay, so that is the second week of September for the earth signs. Let me know if this ends up resonating with you guys. Thanks for watching.